Hello, I am very excited about this video because, as many of you know, Amazon dropped its first trailer for the upcoming Wheel of Time series this past Thursday. I watched this trailer many times, and I must say that I get chills every single time. The music, the visuals, it's just epic. I am sure that it's going to be a crowd pleaser for pretty much everybody, whether they've read the books or not. I am currently just about halfway through The Eye of the World, and I've really been enjoying it. It's very intriguing, even though I do not really know where it's going. I really enjoy Robert Jordan's style of writing. I really like his intricate world building and how he makes his characters feel very real and their experiences feel very real. But a book review can wait until I've actually finished the book. I just want to share my thoughts on the trailer based on what I've read so far. I don't think I've gotten far enough into the book for there to really be any spoilers, but I am going to talk openly about the story, so I'm just giving you a fair warning. This is definitely not a frame-by-frame breakdown, but I'm generally going to follow the sequence of the trailer. I am in a very interesting place. I am in the middle of the book, and so I am very, very aware of all of these little things that I see in the trailer versus what I see in the book. So bear with me. I'm going to do my best to recognize that this is not a frame by frame and that it is just impossible for a show or a movie to make an exact replica of the book. Okay, trailer starts off with Nynaeve, I'm assuming it's Nynaeve, pushing Egwene off of a cliff. One thing I noticed is that it was spring or summer in the trailer. The girls are wearing springy and summery warm weather clothes. Maybe this is some kind of flashback before the events of the Eye of the World, because in Eye of the World it's pretty much just an endless winter. That is a very central theme to the landscape and to the story that I'm sure is going to be very important, but I'm not sure exactly how. After this short clip, Amazon takes an opportunity to plaster its logo across a jaw-dropping scene of a beautiful mountain valley, once again all green. We get to see into Emond's Field, and appears to be thriving and happy. We see Rand and Mat and Perrin, and there's a little moment between Rand and Egwene. It definitely has a Lord of the Rings, Shire type feel to it, you know, before all of the hobbits leave and everything goes south or north or whatever direction the hobbits leave. But this is not the way that Eye of the World starts. I mean, people, there's just this air of desperation, like they're happy, they're okay when they start off, but that's just not the way it is. Like, the crops are not growing, the wolves are getting super aggressive, and it's just freaking cold. There are a few scenes later that capture what I feel like the landscape would look like according to the book. But mostly it's just beautiful valleys and green places, and it looks warm and nice. Looking over this must be a conscious decision, and I look forward to seeing what the reason is when the show comes out. One of the biggest things I noticed was how Rand, Mat, and Perrin are presented as supporting characters, and Nynaeve and Egwene are presented as the protagonists of the Emond's Field 5. These two, Moiraine and the Aes Sedai, are presented as the center of the whole story. Maybe the story is going to focus a lot more on the women and the magic. Maybe I just haven't gotten to the point in the book where the story takes a turn to focus more on the women, but the trailer definitely has a very strong girl power type vibe. This isn't meant to be sexist, just an observation. There were some little clips that got me really excited because they fall in line with things that I'm reading in the book. Mat with the dagger from Shadar Logoth. Mashadar covering a statue. Perrin having a little interaction with the wolf. I recognize there are probably a million other things that I don't recognize because I haven't read the entire series. But let's be honest, I'm pretty much just Captain America with the Avengers at this point after he got thawed out. I'm going to jump at anything that I recognize. The action scenes look incredible. But here's the thing. I want to see what a Trollic looks like. For some silly reason, this was the thing that I was really looking forward to. I wanted to see a Trollic, and all we get are some silhouettes. Granted, it is a scary silhouette that for some reason has a six-pack. Fan art is all well and good, but I want an HD full-body shot of a Trollic. And to be honest, I'm kind of TO'd that it hasn't happened yet. Also, even though the fades don't look the way that I expected them to look, they are terrifying. It's like Voldemort and a sandworm got together and had a baby. Then the baby went on and got a job with the Dark One. Lan definitely delivered with some butt-kicking swordplay, and he and Moraine put just a serious smackdown on a group of Trollics. It looks like it's winter night in Emmons Field. I'm really excited about this because they don't really go into much detail about that in the book, and it's something that I've always wanted to have more of a description of. So seeing that, something I'm very excited for. It is very hard for me to not see Arwen from Lord of the Rings in Moraine. Her voice, her eyes, her hair, her skin tone, just across the board, the similarities are very, very strong. I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, but I just always get a little antsy when things start to get too similar with an established classic. And I think we can pretty safely say that by this point, the Lord of the Rings movies are classics. I'm sure someone's going to have a big problem with that, but it's my movie. All criticism aside, I am pumped for this series. Even if Amazon completely ignores the storyline, it's going to be very entertaining and it's going to make buku bucks. According to one source, each episode is rolling in at about $10 million a pop. That's just shy of the budget of Star Wars A New Hope. And 20 times, more than 20 times, the budget of the cinematic masterpiece, Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, inflation, blah, blah, blah. Just let me have this. Well, that's about it. Go watch the trailer yourself. I've included the link in the description. Go watch it. Come on back. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of it. And as always, you guessed it, please go and donate blood products to the American Red Cross. I've included a link in the bottom. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, and happy reading.